Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning Himachal. Welcome back to the Vanpath. कैसे हैं आप लोग? कैसी चल रही है प्रिपरेशन? सो आज हम करने वाले हैं डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के क्वेश्चंस. बट बिफोर मूविंग अहेड, देयर इज एन अनाउंसमेंट फॉर यू. सो एज यू नो, योर HPFS एग्जाम इज अराउंड द कॉर्नर. सो अब आपका फोकस क्या होना चाहिए? क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करना. तो लर्निंग हिमाचल लाया है आपके लिए FLTs. And along with this, the candidates who have cleared prelims can reach out to us for means mentorship program. So without further ado, let's get started with the session. Question number one, which of the following disasters is classified as a hydrometeorological hazard under the National Disaster Management Plan of India? So it is earthquake, landslide, tsunami or cyclone. It is your हाइड्रोमीटरोलॉजिकल हजार्ड है तो साइक्लोन होगा. क्यों? हाइड्रो मतलब ये तो नहीं है, वाटर से रिलेटेड है. इन दोनों में से कोई होगा. उसके साथ साथ मीटरोलॉजिकल हजार्ड भी है, तो आपका सही आंसर हो जाता है डी, साइक्लोन. Hydrometeorological hazard are caused by meteorological, hydrological or oceanographic processes. Example, cyclones, floods, droughts, heat waves. Landslides are geological hazards. Tsunamis are oceanographic hazards triggered by seismic activities. Clear है? Okay. Question number 2. The Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015-2030 replaced which earlier framework? Yokohama Strategy, Hyogo Framework for Action, Hope Declaration, Geneva Convention on Disaster. It is your Hyogo Framework for Action. The Hyogo Framework for Action 2005-2015 was replaced by Sendai Framework. Sendai focuses on reducing disaster risk and losses in lives, livelihoods, and health, with the emphasis on resilience. Clear? Question number 3. Which of the following is not a primary function of NDRF, National Disaster Response Force का primary काम क्या नहीं है? Search and rescue operation, capacity building of local communities, policy formation for disaster management, the response to chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear emergency. इसका सीधा सीधा आंसर हो जाता है 3, क्योंकि एनडीआरएफ सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन भी करता है, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग भी करता है ऑफ लोकल कम्युनिटीज एंड उसके साथ रिस्पॉन्ड भी करता है टू द केमिकल, बायोलॉजिकल, रेडियोलॉजिकल एंड न्यूक्लियर इमरजेंसीज. NDRF mandate is operational search and rescue response in CVRN emergencies, training and community awareness. Policy formulation is the role of NDMA and not NDRF. Clear? Question number 4. In India, the power to declare a disaster under the Disaster Management Act 2005 lies with Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Home Affairs, National Disaster Management Authority, या फिर no formal declaration is required. The act does not define the process. It is option D, that there is no formal declaration and the act does not define a process. The Disaster Management Act 2005 defines disaster but does not mandate a formal declaration process. Disasters are managed at national, state, and district level as per the situation. Question number 5. The concept of build back better in post-disaster recovery emphasizes immediate restoration of pre-disaster condition, rebuilding infrastructure with higher resilience standard, providing compensation equal to pre-disaster asset value, restoring only critical infrastructure. It is rebuilding infrastructure with higher resilience standards. ठीक है. Build back better is a Sendai framework principle. It means rebuilding safer, more resilient and sustainable infrastructure after a disaster rather than merely restoring to the previous condition. ठीक है. Question number 6. Which of the following disaster in Himachal Pradesh is primarily linked to phenomenon of glacial lake outburst flood? Malpa landslide 1998, Kinnaur flash flood 2013, Parechu lake flood 2005, Chamba earthquake 1945. It is your Parechu Lake flood 2005. The Parechu Lake in Tibet burst in 2005, causing GLOF, which led to the flooding in the Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh. ठीक है. Question number 7. The Incident Response System IRS adopted in India for disaster management was originally developed in Japan, USA, Australia, or Canada. It is your United States of America. IRS in India is based on the Incident Command System developed in USA, designed for coordinated emergency response with defined roles and responsibilities. Question number 8. Which of the following is not a principle under the disaster risk management cycle? Mitigation, preparedness, surveillance, recovery. इसका सही आंसर है surveillance. Option C, surveillance. The disaster management cycle has mitigation, preparedness, response, recovery. Surveillance is the part of health disaster response, not a general phase in the DM cycle. Clear? Second last question. Question number 9. In India, the nodal ministry or management of biological disaster is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Department of Science and Technology. It is Ministry of Home Affairs, the overall nodal ministry for disaster management. Biological disaster like pandemics are specifically handled by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. ठीक है, आपका सही आंसर क्या है? Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Question number 10. Which of the following statements regarding the National Cyclone Risk Mitigation Project is correct? It is funded entirely by Government of India. It is implemented in collaboration with the World Bank. It focuses exclusively on post-cyclone relief measures. It is implemented only in Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. इसका सही आंसर है it is implemented in collaboration with the World Bank. NCRMP is a World Bank assisted project to reduce the vulnerability of coastal communities to cyclone and other hydrometeorological hazards. It includes structural shelters, embankments, and non-structural warning systems measures. Okay, clear? So that's it for the day. For more updates, you can follow us, and if you want to join our courses, you can contact our team. Thank you and have a nice day.